The following segment is sponsored by Northern Nevada Health System.
We're here at Northern Nevada Health System with Jeni Wolanin, a registered nurse, talking about healthy lunches now that it's back to school time. You have kiddos.
Yep.
Okay, it's always a challenge for the parents to know what to put in the lunch and keep our kids healthy. So what are some of the basics, the things that we need to have in there?
A protein,
Okay.
which can be like yogurt or meat or whatever the kiddos like, a vegetable, a fruit, and then, a carby treat, of course.
A carby treat.
A carby treat.
Define a carby treat. Could that be
Crackers or fruit snacks.
Right.
That kind of stuff.
How much fruit? It's okay to put an apple in there,
Yes,
any kind of fruit you want?
Usually apples, berries, melon, or you can do a fruit cup if it's easier.
And I'm guessing you want to set them up for success.
Correct.
Like, in other words, if you're going to fill this container, and you brought a couple containers that
Right.
you would do, don't put, celery in there if you know your kid doesn't like celery.
Right, put the things that they like for sure.
Carrots,
Yep.
something healthy.
Cucumber.
Cucumber, yeah.
Lots of different choices. That's why I use these boxes here. They have lots of compartments for different choices, and then if you're making something for your child that needs different spaces that you don't want to mush together, that helps too.
Jeni, and it's interesting you have this container. Does that also help parents with portion control, how much to put in
Oh,
there?
absolutely, yes. Because I think we don't realize how much we're eating a lot of the times. This is a great portion. I think it's like a half a cup about.
Speaking of cups, that's usually how I drink my water.
Yes.
How much water? How much should we, especially when school gets back into session, it's usually the warmer months, August.
Right.
How much should these kids be drinking?
They say 1 ounce per, like half their weight. So I know that sounds
So if a kid's 50 pounds, how many?
25.
All right. So
25 ounces, so 35 pounder. I have a 35 pounder, range for 16, 18
got it.
ounces. So I would say send them to school because they're not going to be at school the whole entire day. I would send them to school with 16 to 20 ounces of water.
Right.
And then if you have a kid that doesn't drink water, I would definitely say use the enhancers, but the more natural ones, no added sugars, no Kool-Aid, but just like Mio's a good one, or there's a ton of natural ones like Stir. That's a good one too.
Now, sometimes their fingers are small. And
Right.
Is this sometimes hard to open? What are some other tips?
Absolutely. So you want to send them with a container they can open. So I always check before when I buy it if my kiddos can open it. Some of these are hard to close, and I always just tell my little ones to put it back in their lunchbox. I also use these silicone or the paper cupcake liners if I'm not using the bento box, just to separate things because I know I like my food separate, so stuff doesn't mix.
Right. Very good.
Yeah.
And for any other tips, go to our website, foxreno.com. Jeni, thanks so much.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
have fun in school,
Thank
kids.
you.